Today, let's see how to make Suriyan, Sugiyan, Soyyam or Susiyan as it is called. It's a traditional sweet that is done during Diwali. A sweet gram dal, jaggery and coconut filling is covered in a urad dal batter, urad dal and rice batter, and deep fried to give this beautiful Suryans. Come, let's see how to make this. The ingredients required for making sweet korukkattai filling are 1/4 cup of gram dal. This is well soaked for half an hour and washed and kept ready. I have around 1/4 cup of jaggery. Now, depending upon the sweet preference, you can even add up to half cup. Since I prefer less sweet, I am adding only 1/4 cup of jaggery. Here I have half a cup of ground coconut. You can even use grated coconut, but ground coconut mixes well with the filling and it doesn't form lumps, so I have ground the coconut and taken it. Now we are going to boil and cook this gram dal. I have kept water ready here. Going to add the gram dal and cook it for 2 whistles till it is soft. I am adding a tablespoon of water. Gram dal gets cooked really fast, so just 2 whistles is enough. Gram dal is cooking. So meanwhile, I am taking this 1/4 cup of jaggery in a pan and I am going to add a little water to it. Around 3 or 4 tablespoons. We are going to dissolve the jaggery and then strain it to strain away the impurities. Now I have kept the jaggery plus water mix on the stove and I have kept it at the lowest heat. I'm going to dissolve this completely. We don't want to make a syrup consistency or anything. We just want to dissolve it and strain it for impurities. That's it. Now this is almost dissolved. I'm going to switch off the heat. If there are any lumps, just smash it with the ladle. Our jaggery is dissolved and ready. Now we are going to strain it. Now I'm going to strain this. It's advisable to use a metal strainer. Even if we buy jaggery from a very quality department store or market, there tends to be some impurities in jaggery. So you can see the impurities. You can see the impurities, black ones. So that's why we need to dissolve it and strain it completely. Now this is ready. Now after 2 whistles, now I'm going to mash this. We can even grind this in mixie if you want a smooth consistency. Now I have ground this not very fine, a little bit coarse. I have not added any water to this. I strained the gram dal and I have ground only this. Now I am heating a pan. I have added 1 teaspoon of ghee. Now to this I am going to add the coconut. I am going to fry this well in the ghee till a nice aroma comes. One can see that the color has slightly changed and I can smell the nice aroma of coconut. We are basically doing this because once we add the jaggery, then the coconut will not get cooked. So before adding jaggery, we need to slightly saute it so that it gets cooked a little bit and it turns aromatic. Now to this, I am going to add the gram dal mix. Now the same filling can be used for Sugiyan, can be used for korukkattai, and if you make the gram dal smooth, this can also be used for making poli. So this is a 3-in-1 filling. I have added the gram dal. Now to this I am going to add the jaggery mix. Going to mix it well. Since everything is cooked now, it just has to solidify and come together. Keep mixing it, otherwise this tends to get to the bottom of the vessel and gets charred. Keep the stove on the lowest heat option and keep stirring. This will thicken very easily and very quickly. I am adding a pinch of dry ginger powder to this so that the gram dal does not cause any digestion problems. Sometimes gram dal tends to cause flatulence. So for that I have added dry ginger powder or sukku. You can see that it is starting to thicken. As it cools down, it thickens further. So we need not wait for it to thicken completely on the stove. Now if you see, you can see darker areas where the ghee that we added is oozing out. So in this stage we can stop. You can see reflective areas where the ghee that we added has come out oozing. I am adding a pinch of cardamom powder. Cardamom powder is added for increasing digestion and also to prevent acidity because of the sweet. So you will find cardamom in all jaggery recipes. So it prevents the formation of acidity. So that's it. If we leave it at this stage, as it cools down, it will become solid. Now this has cooled well. You can see that how well it has solidified. Now our purnam is ready. Now this can be used for korukkattais, Suzhiyan or Sugiyan, and even polis, sweet polis. I have taken 3/4 cups of urad dal here, and on top of that I am going to add around 2 tablespoons of rice to fill the cup. 2 or 3 tablespoons maximum. I am going to add water to this and soak it for 1 hour. Washed it well, and I have added 1 inch water above the urad dal and rice mix. Do not add too much water to this. Now let it soak for 1 hour. Dal and rice mix is well soaked. There's very little water left. Now I'm going to add this to the mixer grinder and grind it into a smooth paste. I'm going to use the same water for grinding little by little, and to this I'm also going to add a little salt so that there's taste in the batter. There's around 1/4 cup of water here. I'm going to add tablespoon by tablespoon and grind this into a smooth paste. Now I have ground this into a smooth batter. I'm going to transfer this to the bowl. I have rinsed with a little more water and I'm adding it to the batter. Now I have mixed it well. Now this is the consistency we are looking for. We are going to set this aside. Here we have the filling. I'm going to make small balls out of it, so it will be easy for us to fry. This you can make depending upon your requirement, small or big. I'm going to make the whole filling into small balls. Now I have divided the filling into small balls. For the second kind of batter, I have taken 1/4 cup of maida or all-purpose flour. To this I am adding a pinch of salt, and then I am adding little water and going to make it into a thick batter. There are totally 3 kinds in which we can make the outer covering. The traditional one is with the urad dal and the rice. Mix it well into a thick batter. Now this batter is ready. This is the third kind of batter. Here I have taken 1/4 cup of rice flour. To this I am adding a tablespoon of corn flour, a little salt. Going to add water and mix it. Now with the all-purpose flour and rice flour, now this is a easy method of doing it. We need this as a thick batter. I have mixed this along with water, so this is the consistency we are looking for. So here we have our 3 batter ready. This is urad dal and rice flour. This is all-purpose flour, and this is rice flour and corn flour. So we have everything ready. Now I have heated the oil. Oil is hot and ready. I am going to take one, coat this in batter well, and going to drop it in oil. This is a very healthy snack. This is done during Diwali, a traditional snack. These tend to cling to one another, so separate them. This is a protein-rich dessert recipe. Very easy to make too. Fry till the outer covering becomes crisp and golden color. taking one of the filling, covering it in batter. I'm going to dip it in oil. These tend to stick to one another very easily. So these tend to stick to one another. So please place them far apart and fry them till golden brown and crisp. These are very crisp. These are my son's favorite. Now these are golden and crisp in color. Now this is all-purpose flour. Place them far apart so they don't stick to each other. Coat them well in the batter. And also take care so that they don't get to the bottom of the kadai. If they get to the bottom of the kadai, then they tend to become black. So here we have our Sugyans with all-purpose flour coating. This is with plain rice flour and corn flour. See to it that the oil is in medium high. This is called Sugiyan, Suzhiyan, Susiyam, Suyan, and so many names in different parts of the district. As soon as you grind the batter, you need to make this. If you are not making it immediately, keep it in the fridge. Otherwise, the batter tends to ferment and it will start absorbing lots of oil. The stuffing can be made beforehand and it can be stored in the fridge. You can use it whenever you want. This is a good evening snack for kids. Very healthy, protein rich. Urad dal is rich in protein. The gram dal filling that we keep inside is rich in protein. Jaggery is rich in iron. So it's a very good combination of protein, iron and vitamins. My school friend Shamla had asked me for this recipe. So this is for you, Shamla. And my very good friend and my family friend and neighbor Krishna Mami gave me this recipe with urad dal. She's a wonderful cook. She gave me this recipe. See how beautifully they have come. Our Sugiyan or Suyyam or Soyyam or Susiyam is ready to devour. Here we have our Suzhiyans ready. This is with urad dal batter. This is with rice flour batter. And this is with all-purpose flour batter. You can see that the traditional method gives very soft, nice Suzhiyans. Watching, please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel.